Everybody, welcome to Dave's Saturday podcast for June 20th. It's really supposed to be June 19th, 2021, but I didn't record yesterday because I was busy all day, start to finish, and also I didn't remember, but I was busy anyway. Uh, this week, Monday, I really don't think I did anything. Tuesday, I got Chinese food with a couple of good friends of mine, and then we went to a coffee shop. That was, I think, all I did for that day. Uh, and then on Wednesday, I didn't. I just hung out with family, and the same thing on Thursday. Friday was with family, and then I made dinner for him in the evening. I feel like I did something earlier in the day. I think I went bowling one of these days too. That's an airplane. If you can hear that, I don't think you can. But there's an airplane flying over me. Uh, One of those days I went bowling again. Then yesterday I woke up. I went and immediately got lunch at a coffee shop because I woke up at like 10 o'clock. He woke up late here. I woke up at 8:30 today. That's like 5:30 my time. Then after that, went back home, and my parents said, "Hey, we're gonna go out to eat lunch," and I said, "Okay." And then we went somewhere, and then we went to get lunch, but it was like 5 o'clock that we ended up eating. Then I went from there to a friend's house to play games, and then I got home and I went to bed. And then I woke up this morning and I said, "Oh my gosh, I have to record a podcast." So now I'm recording a podcast. Yeah, my microphone's picking up everything. I'm sorry if this ends up loud, but I really don't have time to fix it today because I got a lot going on. Okay, so that was the 2 minutes that I described my entire week with. So I have questions this week. They're all from same guy, but I haven't checked again, so I might have gotten more questions. I know a lot of people kept asking about my podcast, so maybe more people are asking questions. We'll see. I have to log in here. Give me just a second. You're probably wondering why I'm not pausing the podcast to do this, because the podcast is longer, then you have more to listen to, so I'm doing you a favor. Congratulations. Okay, I have a few questions. So I'm going to go ahead and start answering those, and then I'll point to a random city after that. The first one, when looking/shopping for clothes, what normally catches your eyes? Like colors, materials, graphics, price, etc., and go into detail about it. When I go shopping for clothes, I take the most attractive female I know with me, and I tell her to dress me, so that all her attractive female friends who also have the same taste all of a sudden think that I'm a snappy dresser, because she helped dress me, but didn't tell them, unless she did tell them. But I don't think they'd understand the extreme in which I would make her pick out the clothes for me. So I don't really pay attention to colors, materials, graphics, or price in any of those during those. When I'm on my own, it's mostly just price, and then I don't end up buying anything because I only care about price. Usually when I'm shopping for myself, it's for work, so I'm just trying to get plain button-ups, which I can buy online for like $15, but then they won't fit right. So I guess it goes price, then fit, and then color, but the color has to be like plain. And then jeans, I guess, are always blue. I buy jeans on my own. Shoes, on the other hand, I tend to pick out myself because I know what I'm doing with shoes. Uh, for running shoes, I pick them out for, I don't pay attention to price or anything. I only pay attention to, are they comfortable and will they last a long time? For dress shoes, it's just looks. I care about the price because I go to cheaper places to get shoes. That concludes the fashion portion of this podcast that was prompted by that question. Question number 2. What attributes about a person make you attracted to them, not necessarily romantically? If it's humor or conversation, then what styles of humor or conversation topics do you like? Well, this person knows me pretty well. If it's the person's young age and feet, then make a super cool profile at www.nsopw.gov to find other people who are interested in that same stuff. Huh? Oh, that's the pedophile registry system. Whatever they could, sex offender registry system. If people make me laugh, which is, I mean, really laugh, like gut laugh, then I like them. It's like an easy thing, right? Because they make me gut laugh, and they're also really annoying. I'll still hang out with them because they make me gut laugh. I got a friend makes me gut laugh, and he used to be so mean to me, and he just chilled out. He started doing acid. That's why. So I like him. So it's mostly just like humor. But then on top of that, people that think similar to me. Usually those people do acid. So I guess if you use acid, then I'm probably gonna be friends with you, unless you use too much, and then I think you're insane. So that attribute of using acid would be one. People who can think dynamically. If you can have a very, very intelligent conversation with me and prove me wrong on points without referencing anything, then I like you. But if your personality is only doing that, I know a guy, all he cares about is politics, and he doesn't like run for political office or anything. So he's basically saying, "Hey, everybody, look at me. I enjoy wasting all of my time on something that people in power don't care about." Because people in power just want you to vote for them, and they'll do anything to get there, including get people like him to start screaming. I don't know. So you have to have a dynamic personality too. Okay, next question. Are you interested in stocks or crypto? If so, what stocks/currencies do you like and why you're bullish on their future? Not financial advice. I do not pay attention to those anymore. I used to, and then I bought a stock at 170 and sold at 180 a few days later, and then a month later it went up to $12. And I said, I'm not cut out for this work, and I quit. I did have some money in Bitcoin. I'm probably going to put money into Bitcoin because it'll go up over the next few years. But the only money I'll put in is money I could throw away if I wanted. Next question. What is a conversation topic that you could talk about for hours? If it's a theory, idea, or something else you've been thinking about, give us a quick taste on your thoughts. Example, how much TikTok and other immediate gratification sites/entertainment is bad for us. My brain hops around so much that I don't think there's anything I could talk about for hours. Or I could talk about everything for hours. I don't know. I tend to like to gravitate towards whatever the other person wants to talk about, because then they can move the conversation where they want and I can just respond. And I'd like that. That's nice. I really like being asked questions. So, I don't know. People ask me, I could talk about me for hours, but that's not too fun for the other people. That's also kind of egotistical. But if you guys really want me to talk about me for hours, then send me an email. Uh, Other topic, I really like my cats. I could talk about my cats for a little bit, but not hours. I used to be able to talk about video games for hours, but I haven't played in long enough that when people bring it up, I just really don't know what I'm saying, and I don't really care to be saying things. I really like learning from people. I have a friend he's a chemical engineer, and he taught me how his chemical engineer plant worked. It took him an hour, and he drew a nice little thing, and I forgot everything since. I don't know. I'm more of a listener, I guess. I'm sure I'll come up with something I could talk about for hours someday, but not now. I'm still learning. Okay, well, that's all the questions. So, if you have a question for Dave's Saturday Podcast, please email it to davesaturdaypodcast@gmail.com. I always have to pull up the email because I don't know how to spell. That email is davessaturdaypodcast@gmail.com. I probably should have made that email shorter, but guess what? I don't care. Okay, now I have to pull up a U.S. map of U.S. That's why it's called the U.S. map, because it's a map of the U.S. and point at a random place. So give me just a second. Now, I know what you're thinking. How am I ever going to do Alaska or Hawaii? The answer to that question is I'm not going to do Alaska or Hawaii unless I have a special episode where somebody requests it. So there you go. Eventually, I'm going to end up doing a big city because I'll just point there. So just suck that up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and point now because I have it pulled up. Oh, that's a weird spot. It's in California. Let me zoom into it. It's north of Los Angeles. There might not be anything there, actually. Oh, it might be an Indian reservation. No, there's an interstate. There's got to be something there. Oh, it's the Mojave National Preserve. I pointed a little bit above that. Uh-oh. I never thought about what I would do if I pointed to a wilderness area. Mountain Pass. Mountain Pass, California. Okay, well, that's what I did. So let's see what the news is for that. If it's nothing, then I'm gonna go above. What? No, there's no news article for this place. I'm gonna go to the next closest town, which is Primm. Okay, Primm, Nevada. Okay, this one has some news, so I'll go ahead and look at those. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, this is from like 3 weeks ago, though. I don't know how to sort by new on the. I'll just search news this week. Sorry, this is getting a little boring. Nope, this does everything from 3 weeks ago, I guess. I'll just do it. There's one that's a week. This one says stretch of I-15 to see nightly lane restrictions next week. This isn't a Las Vegas review, so it's not even for the. Well, it goes through this town, so I guess it counts. Motorists traveling Interstate 15 will see intermittent lane closures next week, and an ad popped up on the stretch leading from the California state line into the Las Vegas Valley. The closures along the 26-mile stretch of ... We hope you appreciate your content. Subscribe today to continue reading this story and all of our stories. Las Vegas Review. What the hell? I'm not going to make an account for every single news article. Okay, well, lanes are going to close. La-di-da. Good job, people. Well, let's go back to Primm articles. Which, here's one. Memorial Day traffic jams. This is the same place, so it's going to be like 2 lines. That's it. Okay, well, these articles are all about the road that goes through there. Motorists traveling from Vegas to SoCal on Interstate 15 were facing lengthy delays. Facing lengthy delays Monday to cap off Memorial Day weekend. Well, shocker. Wait, this isn't even like... This was put after the traffic jam ended. As of 3 p.m., it took drivers an hour and 44 minutes to... And that's as far as I can read. Okay, so they wrote an article about how traffic was slow in past tense. Well, good job, guys. I don't know what the point of the article was. Great job, Glenn Pewitt. That's who wrote it. Glenn Pewitt. What do you write about? What do you write about in your free time, Glenn? Do you write about how yesterday you went to the bathroom and a few drops of your urine didn't make it to the bowl? You write articles about that because this is basically the same thing. It's just affecting more people. Stupid. Okay. This is all about highways. Okay, this one's about Primm, which doesn't, I guess, have its own city. Primm, Nevada. Memorial Day weekend travel to Las Vegas has already started. Motor Club AAA projects Las Vegas to be one of the top travel destinations for the weekend. I don't know what that is. News 3 spoke with Enrique Robledo as he stopped in Primm before making it to Las Vegas. We wanted to beat the traffic, he said. The past year has proved to be tough on Primm, like so many towns across the United States. Some businesses are still closed, yada yada. Okay, I get it. This is all about Memorial Day weekend. I guess nothing actually happens in Primm. I genuinely don't know what to do about this because Primm is just such a boring city. I guess they don't even have a news site. So I'm just gonna keep. Yeah, everything is like the traffic backed up all the way to Primm because it's outside of Vegas. All right, well, I guess this isn't always gonna be as entertaining as I thought. For some reason, there's a Pennsylvania article. Well, this is all now it's all just Las Vegas stuff. Okay. Well, summary of Primm. It's a town outside of Las Vegas that is known for having an interstate running through it. Well, that's it for the podcast today. How long is it? 15 minutes? That's not the worst. It's also going to be kind of loud, I think. I don't know. Well, I'll come up with something else to talk about, I guess. I guess I can't. I kind of have to go, actually. Okay, well, I'm going to try and post this by the end of the day. Thanks. Send me a question. Goodbye.